and add to that.
843 at K-Fire Guns in the 701. Kicked off of YouTube. Yes, it is so over the line. It is so over the edge that you could not see the whole thing on YouTube this week. Sorry. But you know what? iHeart doesn't kick you guys off, does it?
No, we're good. Love iHeart.
There we go. So make sure you have the iHeart app in there and be ready and all that. So new platform time. I mean, what's the plan?
Well, I'm actually looking at trying to get a Rumble deal set up. It looks like...
let's get ready to rumble!
Secret word of the day, right?
Yeah, but that's between 3 and 5. That's not right now. Don't call me right now. And that's funny.
I will say this. I just activated the live with the 2-minute delay here, but it looks like we're broadcasting again to YouTube, so they must have finally lifted the chains of tyranny on us and let us go again.
Or that are the people that are pissy at you or just haven't caught on yet or whatever. But
maybe.
Give it time. The day is still young.
Their reason was, and here's what I think happened, Todd, not that I'm making an excuse for leftist YouTube, but they said we were carrying guns on our live stream and showing how to load them. That was against their privacy or their policy on gun violence policy. Yeah, but so what it is, I think, Todd, is some of these guys have done these mass shootings and they live stream, so that must be part of their thing. And it was actually our video. It was our intro video, not the actual live stream where we were carrying guns. So I think either somebody had to report us on it, but I think that's the reason why it happened. But yeah, we're back on. We didn't actually get kicked off. They just cut the feed to the live stream.
You tell them if they got any questions to call me.
Yeah, get Todd. Hey, call our man Todd Mitch. He'll straighten you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's what. Enough of this nonsense. Grow up, brain.
Yeah,
all right, I feel better now.
Still on there. We're still on there. We're still on Facebook. Good news was, Todd, we had more people watch us on Twitter than ever because nobody ever watches on Twitter. 6 people jumped over there and watched us.
Well, Tucker Carlson's going to be changing that, I guess, even though now Fox News thinks he's in breach of his contract now for doing that. A bunch of
I'd love it if we blew up more on Twitter. Twitter'd be great. Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Get it on our website, too.
Twitter's great till Elon gets out of it, and then what?
Yeah,
sooner or later.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
You'll buy it then.
Yeah, I'll put that on my Discover card because the credit line's that high on it. Goes to the 701 on K-Fire. Movement calling for governors to ban all guns, starting at the Colorado Capitol. Did they not hear about the Second Amendment? That thing is still there, right?
That's irrelevant, don't you know?
Yeah, that's an old piece of toilet paper that doesn't pertain to modern times.
Trust me, it's not toilet paper because I was in Washington taking video and the light on my phone was on and they're like, hey, that makes the ink go away. Don't turn that off. So I know the feeling of having security come up to you in the Capitol there, and it's kind of an eerie feeling, but.
Just start singing the national anthem. They'll boot you out for that, too.
I saw that. Those kids. Oh, well.
Unbelievable.
Didn't have an appointment. Yeah, they did. Somebody didn't tell somebody. It's like, just crying out loud.
Yeah, they sounded good. I listened to it. Anyway, yeah, so in Colorado, the organization, these people are insane leftists for sure. All the leftists are insane, but these people are a special breed. It's called Here for the Kids organization. A couple thousand of them there, I think it was Monday, showed up all over the Capitol lawn up there, and they're demanding that Governor Jared Polis, who is a big anti-gunner himself, they want him to just, by fiat, just ban guns in Colorado, Todd. All guns, just ban them. And they readily admit that they know we have a Second Amendment and it's a constitutional right, but this is just the beginning. They want to start it here, to start the 28th Amendment to repeal the Second, and they're going to start with Polis, and they want to go from him on to every other governor. They're doing the same thing. I mean, if you go on their website, Clay's been, these people they're nuts. They say the roots of the Second Amendment are racist, just like pretty much everything else is in American. The base, the foundation of America is racist. And we got to get rid of that. And as far as Polis goes here, he actually signed, and Colorado's got one of the biggest majority Democrats in their House and Senate they've ever had too. They passed and Polis signed 5 Second Amendment infringing bills that include expansion of the red flag laws, 3-day waiting period to obtain guns, more regulations on so-called ghost guns, raise the minimum age to 21, and another law makes it a lot easier to sue gun manufacturers and gun dealers. So it's never enough. I'll bet you any money behind the closed doors, Jared Polis agrees with these here for the kids people. And, this one lady, Caitlin Graham, moved to Colorado and immigrated from the Netherlands. And it says, it's crazy how this is a regular everyday occurrence. These mass shootings in America, they're not a regular everyday occurrence. They changed the narrative on what a mass shooting is. And on a side note, and I'll let Clay jump in here, this is why I want a 25-year moratorium on any and all immigration from any country, because most of these people who come here are Democrats and they're anti-gunners. And this gal, when I read the story, just made me think of it even more.
Oh, absolutely. And you talk about here for kids. I mean, you get on their website and their whole mission statement, actually, this ain't just the Second Amendment. I mean, they want fundamental change in the United States, basically saying that white people are horrible. They caused everything to them, and they need to just completely stop with everything and give everything to anybody that's not white. I mean, that is their belief. That's in a nutshell. You can get on. I'm not going to give them a bunch of press and time here, but, reading the article about it too and kind of going and looking and seeing what happened there last Monday, my goodness. So you're from the Netherlands. You moved over here. She was in New York. Then she ended up in Colorado. You know what? If you don't like our rules, you don't like our Constitution, you don't like our laws, then go back to your own crappy country. I mean, why'd you leave? You must have liked something you've seen over here, but you don't like our freedom. And that's just it. They come over here, or they don't even have to be from out of the country. Just look at what's happening right now in North Dakota. There was just a shooting.
Look what happened in Colorado.
Look what happened in Colorado. I mean, what you've got happening is that all these people that were in these leftist cities, either in the left or the right coast, and then they come out to the Midwest, and then all of a sudden we have problems. We have crime, and they don't want to have guns, and they want to bring all the things that failed in their states and implement them right here in the Midwest. You know what? Maybe we need to have a wall around the Midwest. There we go.
There you go. Now you're
talking.
I'm in.
I got a question for you. What happens if I fly a German flag in my front yard?
Oh, you're a Nazi.
Well, there you go.
You're a Nazi.
There you go.
You're a Nazi.
There you go. So why on earth would we come from a country that you are you're deliberately trying to escape it as quickly and as completely as you can, and then come over here and fly that flag? What the heck? What are you doing?
It's hyphenated Americans. We need to get rid of that. Either come here and be an American, like, you know what, they talk about immigration. I'm with Jamie, too. We don't need any more immigration right now, and we've shut it down before in the country. It's time to do it again. But I can tell you right now, the people that came here when the country was being formed and getting on its feet in the in the late 19th and early 20th century, I'm telling you right now, these people came here to be Americans. They wanted what was going to be great, and they actually assimilated into our country. They don't do this anymore. They come over here, and they want to keep living their same old life, and we got to quit being hyphenated Americans and just be Americans.
If you're going to shut down immigration, just hang out until my daughter's fiance gets over from Portugal. They've got like the last interview coming up in the next couple of months here, and then it's done. So let him get over, then shut the gate,
Let me get one more thing in here, Todd. So they were talking to these people around there, obviously, and a mother who was there said she at least wants a ban on assault weapons, which the Colorado legislature did get defeated next year. But trust me, they said they're bringing gun bills up every year with this majority. They're going to do it next year. But she said a total ban would be ideal, but much firmer restrictions on, quote, regular guns beyond just assault weapons would be preferable. So if you think, if you're a FUD and you think your bolt action or just your lever action or your single shot's going to be safe, they want them all. and on occasion they'll let it slip out, just like this. Remember, beyond regular, AR, beyond that, she wants it on all, like she calls regular guns. And we know what a lot of people think regular guns are. That's my hunting rifle that holds 4 rounds of 30-aught 6K. Yeah, trust me, they want them too.
Absolutely.
Guns in the 701 here on K-Fire. A little tight on time, but I can't help but touch on this, that there might be a Democrat getting Republican votes because the Second Amendment is settled, and they will, in his administration, not be coming for guns.
Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and if you don't know who he was, well, he was the son, of course, of Robert F. Kennedy. Anyway, he was being interviewed by Elon Musk, which is kind of interesting, and he said his administration won't be taking guns away. He actually was quoted saying, "My position on gun control is that I'm not going to take away anybody's guns. I'm a constitutional maximalist, and the issue has been settled by the Supreme Court." And I hope that's true. I mean, I know what his votes are like. When he goes after global warming, and he's a big believer in that. If you look at some of his other ideology and the votes he actually did in the Senate, I'm telling you right now, I got reservations in believing in him. But right now, he says it's settled. He was addressing school shootings. He says that he's ready to take great strides in one of his administration to harden schools and to eliminate shootings. Now, Jamie and I have talked about this a lot. You want to start somewhere, you got to harden them schools. And what we mean by that is you got to quit building things like big glass entrances. You've got to actually have some kind of real security there. Maybe you need to have kind of like the air marshals, people that are in plain clothes walking around that are armed, ready to take a stand and not run away like a coward like one of these resource officers did at Parkland. But I'll let Jamie jump in here.
Yeah, just real quick, I'd add to that, Todd. He also said he wants to take a look at the role of psychiatric drugs like Prozac, because according to him, we had almost no of these mass shooting events like this before that stuff came along, and I'm down with that. I mean, at least he sounds like a guy who's open to listening to things, unlike Joe Biden and the current regime.
Absolutely.
Guns in the 701 thrown off of YouTube briefly. Apparently they're back, but they may not hang around there, and I don't blame them. Where else can we catch your stuff other than, of course, the iHeart app? You better be, subscribing there or whatever.
Yeah, you can catch us on iHeart, of course. Go ahead, Jamie.
Yep, yeah, catch us on iHeart. We upload the podcast from every Wednesday night. We got our podcast, 6 Mountain, 7 Central. Clay uploads the podcast to iHeart Radio because iHeart's number one. Nobody's sniffing iHeart. But, I mean, if you want to go to one of these other little tiny podcast platforms, go ahead. We're on there, too. Of course, every Friday you catch us on Mitchell in the Morning. And every Monday, we're on KFYR Plus in the crosshairs with Jay Dillon. That's at 12:30 Central.
You're getting him converted to a Second Amendment guy, huh? Because I know he wasn't one, so just saying.
I'll tell you what, if he's not converted, he's open to listening to what we got to say. So I'm not saying Jay's full-on Second Amendment, but I think we probably got Jay's eyes open to a few things, which is good. I like that.
Preach it, brother.
Good job with it.
You preach it, brother.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, guys. Guns in the 701. Have a great weekend.
See you, buddy.
All righty. 8:56. Daryl East is coming up live from Medora. More on that to come. Happy birthday, Cody Colby of Minot, who's 40. Aaron Gerhardt of Mandan's 50. Ernestine